Hello and welcome to tonight's vlog, Wednesday the 18th of February 2015 if you want to be precise, and I'm on the way home. Tonight's coffee vlog is brought to you with the letter T for Tasty Tatty, and that's thanks to @DaleSuds for lovingly introducing ourselves, well myself and @BobBell69 to the Tasty Tatty in Aberdeen, one of the finest places for you to get your takeout baked potatoes and other tasty beverages, other tasty food at the same time. So thanks Dale. I'm now hungry on the way home. Not necessarily for a tasty tatty though, but we'll see. It's been exactly a week now since, well, a week and a day since I did the last vlog, and today, a week ago today, I managed to pick up the Macbook Air, which was, if you recall, the upgrade from the 2011 model I got. Went for the 2013, managed to find someone on eBay auctioning one with some cosmetic damage. Won the auction at a pretty good price, I reckon about the same price that I'm going to get the 2011 MacBook Air sold for, so effectively the upgrade will be non-existent. And picked it up. Guy was only about 5 miles from where I live, so that's pretty fortunate. Turned up in person, gave it a check over, and just as described really. Paid cash, nice cash deal, got the goods in your hand and he's got the money. So yeah, that's the way you want to go, if you can do. I know eBay can be a bit of a minefield for people, you know, especially if you're doing high value purchases. If you're paying for stuff, is it going to turn up? When it turn up, we have all the hassle of it hasn't turned up and trying to get your money back. If you're selling, same sort of thing. If you send it to the people, then when they get it, say, oh, I haven't had it, and then they get a refund and you've got to prove they have had it. And I mean, over the years I've done a lot of selling of eBay stuff, a lot of Apple stuff, buying and selling, and on the whole no problems at all. And the odd couple where things haven't arrived that I've purchased gets solved eventually. The process takes a long time, or in some cases 6 or 7 weeks to resolve it, but it does happen. So you know, I'm a big fan of eBay on the whole. The odd niggles kind of put you off a bit, but on average it's pretty good service. And like I say, this was kind of an ideal situation. The guy was local, so I could go look at the device before I even hand over any money. Paid in cash. I've got the physical device, he's got physical cash, so no problems there. We're both happy. Working fine. I was quite impressed. It was listed in the description where the main title of the listing is an 8GB RAM, 128GB SSD. So that would be a big upgrade from my 4GB 128GB SSD 2011 for the 2013 model. But in the body of the description it was listed as being 4GB, not 8. So I was a bit, well, which is it? It's easy to make a mistake, but so I wasn't sure which it was going to be, and it turned out it was the 8GB. So it was a bigger upgrade than I thought it was going to be, because I kind of like set myself it's going to be the 4, but it'd still be all right for that price. So yeah, 8GB RAM, 2013 i5. It's 1.3 GHz, and the 2011 was 1.7, and I was kind of like, well, you know, that kind of sounds worse, but I think the differences in the cores. I'll show my ignorance as far as processors and how they are fast and speed and stuff, because I'm not that sure, to be honest. I don't know if a 1.3 gigahertz newer one, and I think it's a dual core, and I think the 1.7 was a single core. I geekbenched it anyway, and the Geekbench says it's faster, and using it I'd say it's faster, so let's for pity's sake just say it's faster. It's newer, it's faster. Cosmetic damage, on the whole, it's not that bad. You know, I can notice it. I sit there, look at it and go, yeah, there's loads of little nicks and marks and things. There's one real big knock, top left corner of the screen top, and it sort of pushed it in. There's a rubber bezel all the way, well, a rubber strip all the way around the screen edge that obviously stops the top of the lid of the MacBook rubbing against the base where the keyboard is and things, the faceplate there. And obviously that must be a bit of a weak spot, and it's got knocked there and it's pushed it in as well, so it folded a bit, so that was quite noticeable. I've had a little go, and I'll probably try and insert some pictures before and after if I can do. Had a little go with a chisel delicately and a hammer in that little groove, and I've managed to really, I think, just pop it back slightly. I mean, it's only fractional, but just enough so it's not that noticeable. But the real test for noticing or not noticing the marks has to be the fact, since last Wednesday, a week ago, I've been using it pretty much every night when I get home, and no one else in the family has noticed that there's any difference to the previous one. It's just a MacBook Air sat on the side that I then open up and sit in front of, so no one else has sort of gone, oh, you've dented your MacBook, or it's got a mark on it or anything else. They just not mention it at all, so they just think it's the same. So I think a lot of it is psychological, you know it's there, so you look for it and then it's there. But also, iCarbons in America shipped my order yesterday, so it should arrive tomorrow, of my latest set of skins, new Nexus 6 skins. A few of those pre-ordered already from people. Get the Nexus 6 skins out, and I've got a black carbon fibre skin for the MacBook Air coming as well, so I'll be popping that on and I'll be very happy. Would have made it perfect if they did one for the bezel surround, so the bezel around the LCD, because that would cover up that little kink in the top left corner, but they don't. They tried that and it didn't work out well, and I don't think they had templated the 2013 MacBook Air to do me one, so sadly not getting that, but I'll live with it. It's like I say, it's not that noticeable now. I'll pop those photos in if I can figure out how to do it. Probably won't be able to, but I'll give it a go. But on the whole, it's great. It's faster, works faster. I got it back, hooked it up to the USB 3 2TB, and put it in recovery. He'd already set everything up, Yosemite and 2011 Microsoft Office as well on it, put on. But I wasn't bothered about that. I just wanted to restore it back to the 10.3 beta was on anyway. So Command R on boot to get it into recovery, select the Time Machine backup, and it restored the entire backup, my latest one for the 124GB SSD, in 30 minutes off the USB 3, which pretty good. 30 minutes to restore the whole hard drive and then boot up to exactly how it was, put in a few passwords and a bit of two-step authentication with Apple, and I was away. Great. Surprised anyone, well, they did sort of notice, because all the iPads and iPhones in the house all of a sudden started popping up with all this added to MacBook Air, that added to MacBook Air. So, because of course every time you add something now, all the username or your iMessage names or whatever else, it seems to pop it up on every single device. So they all popped up with that, and I was quite surprised. No one sort of said, why is these popping up all? Well, they did actually, but I said, you know, I've just restored the MacBook software, so kind of got away with that. And on the subject of MacBook software, OS X, 10.10.3 brought the Photos app, and I've been enjoying playing with that. It's finally, some 2.5 weeks later, finally managed to get it to upload the rest of my library. It was chugging away at work off the MacBook Pro, and obviously I've got about, I can't remember what it is now, it was about 9,000 photos or something, 68 gigabytes worth. And of course it wants to upload it all to the cloud now, so it's accessible at any time from anywhere, all your photos. But it was doing it at like a few hundred kilobytes, constant drip feed at work because there's not that great a connection. So I eventually caved in and got the MacBook running at home with obviously the new Virgin Media upgrade I've had. It shot that up to 1.5 megabytes a second, so that was pretty nifty, and I left it open and just let it do its power nap thing, and it finished it off overnight, but it was shooting through at that point. So that's all updated now. All my photos are now in the cloud, so hopefully no one hacks it and catches any of my nudes. That'd be embarrassing. Found a few little flaws in the app though. The main one is quite often I want to take a photo out of it and use it, upload it to a website or something else, and what I used to do is in the thumbnails in iPhoto, you'd right click on the thumbnail and then you could copy it and paste it anywhere, paste it to your desktop or any folder anywhere you wanted really. And I cannot figure out how to do that at all on the new system. Can't figure it out, just not a clue. Had a good look. In the end, I found the workaround was to choose the share options and email it. Then from the email it generates, you can save the picture from within it to wherever you like instead. Which is a bit of a convoluted way of doing things, but it worked, so it did what I wanted to do, but I quite like that option back again. So Apple, if you're listening, put that back in the Photos app when you do your next revision, please, before it goes public anyway. So that was a bit of a problem, but on the whole, it's good. You know, it's quick. All the images share really quickly, so I don't think you can argue with it. Good bit of kit. Wow, 13 minutes is all that took, so that was a quick run home, a bit later on. Catch you later.